We want what we can't have. How many times, how many stories I've heard when I'm counseling clients about those that have won sizable jackpots. I'm talking about people that invested maybe 10 bucks on a lotto ticket and won 18, 20 grand. And what happens? Next week, they don't invest 20 bucks. They invest 100 bucks and 200 bucks. And before you know it, I'm not saying the whole 20 grand rather is gone, but a large part. So even when you win, even when you make that score, which most people don't, greed gets in the way. How often on a beautiful summer day do you meet somebody in the elevator, in a restaurant, and you say, whew, hot. We're never happy. On a beautiful winter day, it's a little bit too cold. You go, too cold. Humans, we're never happy. We're always greedy. And the world of gambling revolves around that. We study the program at the racetrack and try and figure out what horse is going to win by a tenth of a second. We study it. Odds in Vegas about what hockey team is going to beat the other hockey team. We buy lotto tickets. We take money that may be our children's college fund and we take a shot and we lose. And then we feel bad, we are remorseful, and we would love to turn the clock back, but you can't. Why? Because we're greedy. We're never happy with what we have, and that's an awful thing. It's very nice and very normal and very, very, very goal-oriented to always want to aspire to something better. But at what price? At what price? And I believe wholeheartedly that I, as somebody who used to gamble, was never, ever happy with what I won. If, the operative word, if I won. I can remember over a 25 or 30 year span, 2 occasions. 2! Imagine in 30 years, there's what, 11,000 days roughly? 2 times I remember winning a sizable amount and I was happy. I was happy to take my money and go home. Twice. How pathetic is that? Isn't it? The guy that has 4 sports cars, he wants 5. The guy that works himself up in the company to vice president, he wants to be president. We have ego and we have greed. And that's why the world of gambling, in my opinion, only my opinion, must be thought of as an activity to be used and enjoyed from time to time with no goals, no dreams, no thoughts of pompous grandiosity. We're not going to win the car that's up on the pedestal in the middle of the casino. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's like going for a nice dinner. When it's over, it's over. And I really believe that greed is a driving force behind why people begin to gamble, continue to gamble, and why people lose their shirts, literally, and their lives and their families because of gambling. I don't think that gambling inherently is an awful pastime. I don't think having a cigar on a beautiful summer night with the boys sitting on the patio from time to time is inherently bad. Sharing a glass of wine, or a bottle of wine rather, with your husband or a wife or friend, temps en temps, as we say in French, from time to time, is a bad thing. Moderation. Greed is a small word. Moderation is a bit bigger. Everything in life is about moderation, right? If the speed limit is 60, I suppose you can go 65, 66, not 90. Moderation. Greed, to me, is a synonym for the word evil. And evil's not good. We have to learn to live within our means, learn what gambling is about, learn what gambling usually does in small doses, and not to think that the elusive dream of buying a $2 ticket will make you the next millionaire. If it does, it's only a bonus. I think we should take a step back, go to casinos, gamble with money as if it had a goodbye note on it, knowing you won't see it again, knowing that that money won't affect your life at all, that there's money for food tomorrow, for the kids, to buy clothes, to pay the rent. But really, when gambling and greed go hand in hand, it's too far. It's too late. I urge you, from a guy that's been there, please, don't be greedy. Don't chase that elusive dream. And more often than not, don't do what most pathological and compulsive gamblers do, and that is chasing your losses. Cut your losses. Stop. Be thankful for a nice evening out and call it a day. And remember, it's not how often you fall. It's how often you pick yourself back up. Thank you, and we'll see you right here next week. Bye-bye.